Hi FCPS band directors. I'm going to go over the Flute PPE that's recommended based on the third round of the National Federation of State High Schools aerosol study. We know that it's important to mask the player and mask the instrument, but for flute this looks a little bit different and can present a few challenges, but I've learned about some ways that we can sort of overcome and present some options for students that might make playing a little bit easier. So there's three things that I'm going to go over today. The first is going to be extending the mask to make it a little bit more playable with the flute head joint. I'm going to go over an end covering, and I'm also going to go over the optional layer of the flute face shield. All of this can be provided by FCPS, although we do have options that we can present students with if they do want to make any purchases, or if they have a parent, or if they want to make something using a pattern as well. But I'm going to show you the quick, easy version using the materials that we can provide. The first thing I'm going to demonstrate is how to extend the ear loops on the mask to make it a little bit more playable. Most players find it difficult with the size of their face to slip the head joint through and then produce a decent sound. So a simple thing that we can do is just take a rubber band. This could also be a softer hair tie, something that the student might feel more comfortable with. I only have large rubber bands. It's actually much more comfortable with a thin rubber band, but the concept is still the same. So I'm going to take the ear loop and the rubber band. All I do is loop the rubber band through to create that knot right here and extend the ear loop. Same thing on the other side. Extend the ear loop. I'm doing this fairly quickly. Rubber band goes around. Rubber band goes around. It's actually helpful if you take a piece of regular clear tape. If a student wants to use medical tape, they can do that. Clear tape will help make our 30 minutes of playing a little bit more comfortable. And then you can see head joint through. I have a much more playable scenario for the face mask. The second layer for flutes is covering the end. All I'm going to do is take a piece of fabric, which we will provide to you for FCPS, rubber band, being careful that I'm not squeezing too hard any of the keys. Rubber band goes around the end. I've heard it recommended to take a newborn sock, something they might have at home, rubber band. Doesn't really affect the sound quality, and we have our protection at the end of the instrument. Our third optional layer of protection is the face shield provided by FCPS. Before the studies were concluded, this was something that we would see in a lot of early photos and early videos of people returning to playing instruments from COVID-19. So this was something that we purchased as an extra precaution. It could be used in your classroom if the parent, the student, if you feel more comfortable. So I'm just going to add this on top. Playing the flute never looked so good. Slide head joint in. There's a cutout so the flute can fit through with good posture. Completely playable. It's important to remember, mask the player and mask the instrument. All of our PPE will be provided by FCPS and will be out to you hopefully before our hybrid model goes into effect. Certainly it's your choice if you feel comfortable having students play in your classroom at this time. Hopefully the information I provided has been helpful to understand what we currently feel is best for our wind instruments at this time, and certainly we look forward to a time when we can return to playing again with our students. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any other questions about the aerosol study and the things that we are doing to implement PPE and FCPS.